So decided to come out here, go for a hike, and talk about Oathbringer. I'm solo today. I don't have TG with me. You know what I'm saying? He's just working on that work-life balance right now. So I'm left to my creative devices, and we see what we get. You know what I'm saying? Cool. Actually, now I have a decision to make. Do I want to take the 2-hour round trip or the 3-hour round trip? I ain't trying to be out here all day. Your boy going left. Think we almost at the top. Summit, pinnacle, what it's called, I guess. So when we get to the top, we're gonna talk about this book. Let y'all know how I feel. Okay, let's get a little steeper. Get a little winded, but it's all good. Go home. I ain't doing that. Hell no. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Hey,
how y'all doing?
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
I see your camera there. I won't trip.
Feel free if you guys want to come.
No, we're going around. We're just looking around.
All right, what you think? It's nice, right?
Oh boy, beautiful.
Beautiful, huh?
Day.
Clear day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so my goal was to get to part 2 of Oathbringer, but I couldn't do that because I took too long trying to film some stuff coming up here, and then when I got up here I was reading, but then I looked down and I was like, oh, I need to go ahead and head back down because I got stuff to do today. So I had to stop at like chapter 30, which is like 2 chapters away from part 2. So we're just going to talk about my feelings, how I feel about this book, how I feel about part 1 in comparison to the other books, the other stories that we have. So let's start with Kaladin. Start with Kaladin. Seeing less of Kaladin. Kaladin's away from the Bridgemen in this one. And that's a little disappointing because Kaladin, we're not following him as much, and he's doing a lot of traveling, and everything that he's kind of doing right now is kind of boring, to be honest. And wow, I'm all the way up here, but there's a fire truck or something down there, and maybe y'all can hear it, maybe y'all can't. But anyway, the biggest disappointment for Kaladin was when he finally met up with his father and mother, and I was just hoping for a little bit more dramatics. It was not dramatic at all. Like, he met them and he was, all scared about his younger brother, and he got up there and they was just like, oh, hey son, so you're alive. It was like, what? And then like his mother was a little bit more dramatic. She was happy, hug him. Dad hugged him too or whatever. But Dad's just all about, he ain't with the fight, he ain't with the war. You know what I'm saying? He ain't about that action. So it was understandable how he was just kind of a little bit drawn back, I guess, when he realized that his son was just, this radiant dude that's all about war and doing all the things that his father's totally against. So then we find out that his mother, that they have another kid, because they like, yo, all our kids gone, we need somebody to do some work around here. So they go up there, they have another baby, and he shows up and he sees them, and so that's it. And then he moves on. Disappointed that I didn't get the Bridgemen that much. They start to come in in Shallan's chapters, but towards the end. And the Bridgeman and Kaladin, those were that gave me life in the other books. So we'll see what happens part 2 through however many else remain. I mean, I'm on like page 300, and there's like 1,300 pages in this book. So Dalinar, what they call him, Blackthorn, his flashbacks, Dalinar's flashbacks. Yo, when Dalinar was younger, he was about that action, and it's just dope. I love it. My favorite parts of his story is when he's flashing back to his younger self, and he's out here just, you know, saying the what they call it, the thrill is coursing through his veins, and he ready, you know what I'm saying, run up, get done up. That's his style, and I love it. The old Dalinar is boring as hell. He's, you know, just wise, and you know, he old, so he can't do what he used to do. Just wise, and you know, trying to be all noble and all this other stuff, which is cool. It's just not that entertaining. But I'll be honest, like, all of Dalinar's chapters have never been my favorite, but they have been very informative. Storm Father has been very helpful to help open up the story and give us more information, so I appreciate his chapters for that. And then we have Shallan's chapters have given me life so far. Like, they've given me enough life. Like, I really miss Kaladin and the Bridgeman, but Shallan has done a great job, and it's just been very entertaining, going through her, trying to figure herself out, all the lies that she has to tell and weave with Pattern. Pattern's the best friend in the entire book so far, bar none. I mean, your boy Pattern, hilarious, bro, when he be humming. But so yeah, Shallan's part is straight. I like it a lot. It is the lifeblood of part 1 so far. And her going through this mystery, trying to find out who this murderer is. We're getting closer. We're getting there. We actually found them in chapter 29 or 30. That's where I had to stop, because I realized I need to go ahead and talk to y'all before I head back down. I'm going to listen audible to the rest on my way down, and then I'll give you a check-in when I get in the car on my way, because I got things I gotta go do. But Shallan has been in driving the story for me, and I love her parts so far. Her mystery, her drawing, her art. She's kind of getting lost in herself. Like, she's starting to maybe not remember things that she's doing. She's getting caught up in the lies, maybe, I don't know. Even though the first part hasn't been all that entertaining to me, the good parts, but and it could possibly be that I just have so high expectations of him that I'm not giving him the chance. I mean, it's 1,300 pages, so, you know, probably about page 500, 600, 700 is when it's really gonna pop off. It's gonna get lit, and we're gonna be, you know what I'm saying, greatest book alive, hopefully. The greatest book alive. Regarding Dalinar, so LZ, Leslie from the Nerdy Narrative, check her out. She's dope. She got fun videos. She said that she didn't like young Dalinar. She likes the older Dalinar. She enjoys the nobleness, the matureness of older Dalinar, which is, I agree. I mean, he's cool. But she didn't really like young Dalinar. She thought he was just kind of, you know, barbaric out here, just like he didn't care. He just, you know what I'm saying, run up on me, I'm gonna slice you. And I'm living for that. So LZ, we might disagree on that part, but I feel you though. But yeah, that's it. We're gonna go back to the bottom, and we're gonna check in there, and then we're gonna post this video later. Cool. So I made it down the mountain, and actually drove a bit, about to grab me something to eat, you know what I'm saying, cause your boy hungry. And my bad, I thought something was broken on my camera. I was about to be crying. And so made it down the mountain, finished most of part 1. I think I have like half a chapter left, which is fine, but it was as if when I tell y'all, it was as if your boy, the Stormfather himself, Brandon Sanderson, heard my pleas that I needed to have my boy Kaladin show me some more. And in true fashion of the Stormfather, Brandon Sanderson, he rewrote the ending. He rewrote the last Kaladin chapter just for me. And I was happy. I am happy. I ended that chapter like smiling, like, yeah, that's my boy Kaladin, you know what I'm saying? It's on the up and up. I'm looking forward to part 2 now. See what happens with this new knowledge, these new things, these new events that happen with Kaladin. And so I'm looking forward to following that, hopefully a lot deeper into that as we get going. Like I said, it was page 300. I mean, we just this is the tip of the iceberg. Like, I got a whole nother 1,000 pages to go. So I'm just excited. I'm looking forward to it. Shallan's chapter ended very well. Vale is dope too about that business. She out here, she in these streets, she trying to figure stuff out. And Shallan is cool. Like, Shallan is cool, but sometimes she can be a little bit too much for me. Like, a little too, I don't know, just trying to be funny. Whatever. It's just fine, because pattern is what makes her chapters funny. Now, she's witty too. She cool too now. Don't get me wrong. But sometimes it's like, shut up. Like, I don't want to. Like, where's Vale? Bring Vale back, please. We use pattern for the comic relief. A little bit more happy. B saying will never let your boy down. I know it. I believe it. So, yeah, that's that. I hope y'all enjoy this vlog. Shout out to Christy. Shout out to MK. And because I just couldn't read fast enough to join up on their check-ins. So but I'm about to get some